Thrill Me.
This show is part of the Thrill Me Podcast Network. Experience more on Facebook and YouTube.
Boom, boom. Welcome in, everybody, to Disnoids episode 3. I think that's Trace. We are the Disnoids. We talk all kinds of fun theme park stuff and any other random stuff we can get involved in. I am Mr. Review It Rob, and with me, as always, on this wonderful Disnoid show is my brother in life, not just in podcasting, Tombstone Josh. What's up, dude?
What's up, my friend, Mr. Review It Rob, my brother, my broski? What's up, dude? I just looked to my left here and realized that my Starscream is missing a wing. I'm not too happy about that right now.
I must have gotten a battle with an Autobot or something.
No, I think somebody was trying to put him into his jet form, and they broke it. So,
Yeah, this is exactly why I don't do Transformers, because I did it one time when I was younger. I broke it, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Plus, those things have gotten extra expensive, so yeah, I'm not doing it.
I hear you. I think it's just the back wing.
I always liked the fact that like Starscream was your pick. Like most people would pick like Optimus Prime or Megatron or whatever. You went Starscream.
Bro, there was nothing cooler than a jet, I think, when I was a kid. I feel like for some reason, like when I was in that young stage, when Transformers was on TV, like a jet was the coolest thing. I don't think I even noticed really he was a bad guy until later.
Ah, I mean, that happens.
Hot start to the show, right? We're talking Transformers, which is theme park.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you get with the show. It's extreme randomness at all points and times, and that's the way I love it, because I don't like being on any kind of rail, man. I'm always off the rail. But we will be talking some semblance of something on this show. We're going to be talking Epic Universe. I got the idea after last week. Look at that shirt. Good shirt.
Look at that. Dug this bad boy out of the vault.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, Disney Vault, it works. It happens.
Yeah, we need to add this to the TeePublic store, which, by the way, people, check out our TeePublic store. We got some great stuff floating around on that site.
Yeah, man, especially my shirt. I think the only person who bought my shirt. So if you can get on there and buy a Review It Rob shirt, that'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, throw that up there. That'd be awesome. See what other stuff we can come up with. But I'm doing good. You know, it is Royal Rumble week, so me as a WWE head, I am very excited about that event. That's a big event. Excited to see what happens. There's all kinds of rumors floating around and all that stuff.
Yeah, who's coming back?
We'll see.
I haven't seen a single rumor about who's coming back yet, man. But this is one of those main shows of the year where I'll tap back in and I want to watch. So I'm looking forward to it too.
Awesome. All right. So for the show this week, we have, like I mentioned, Epic Universe. We kind of mentioned it last week. I was like, we'll do a little more talking on it on our next episode, so we can give some more detail to it and I can look up some stuff. And I think we got a fun game that you brought to this week as well.
Yeah, man. It should be a lot of fun. You know, I seen a fellow friend on Twitter. I'm going to keep calling it that for the rest of existence, I think.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah. They shared something. Or like Pat McAfee likes to call it, the artist formerly known as Twitter. But a mutual friend of ours shared something. I played along, and we're going to bring it to the show, and you're going to play, and it's going to be a good time.
All right, cool. I am into that. Keep talking amongst yourself, because the photo I wanted to show for this thing did not decide to save, so I'm trying to save that real quick. But we got a fun game going on there, and there is some news that broke today, and that's kind of to go with this photo I'm trying to get on here. Fun little experience is hitting Universal Orlando very soon, it seems, and I want to show the photo, but you know, things happen.
I've seen this, and I have a funny little clever name for it. If it's what I think it is, I want to hear what it is first before I give you my clever name.
Clever name, clever girls. Hang on, here we go. 3, 2, 1, show it.
There we go.
There we go. So, Monster Makeover, Become the Monster, is hitting Universal Orlando's 5 and Dime store in the Hollywood section of Universal Studios, Florida. It is called Monster Makeover, Become the Monster experience. It is a, I guess, makeover style experience. We don't have much details on that bad boy at the moment, but that's exciting, man. Coming right out of the Monsters Horror Makeup Show, which is a must every single Universal trip. If you do not have it on there, put it on there, because it is an absolute must. But that's cool. I love that. I like how that store has kind of become like the Universal Monsters store, and now they've added this new idea there. So what are you thinking of this bad boy?
Well, you didn't really answer me or help me out there by telling me exactly what it's going to be. Is it still going to be just a store?
No, it's a monster makeup thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. So this kind of
There is no detail to give you because there's none that's been released. I mean,
I got you. So the way I read it, or the way I thought it was going to be, is it was going to be, hey, you want to come in here, look like a monster while you're walking around the park? We'll hook you up. We'll give you some prosthetics. Maybe you can buy some merch that'll look cool or something like that. So the first thing I compared it to was the Bippity Boppity Boutique over at Magic
mm,
Kingdom. But this way, you spell the boutique with the BOO. You got your Bippity Boppity Boutique. So you can turn
look at
yourself
you
into a
with
little
the
monster over
BO.
there, huh? Play
Look at,
on words.
look at you with the BO over there.
big time BO.
Anyways, um, um, yeah, I thought about that as well. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like a face paint thing, I guess.
Ah.
Probably a little more advanced, high tech, and a lot more costly. So, I can't wait to do that and just sweat it all off while walking around Universal
Oh yeah,
Orlando during Halloween. Yeah.
it
Is
looks
that
cool though. I'm glad they're changing things up. I'm looking forward to the new merch that's going to come there, because it did feel like for a while that store just kind of had the same old stuff year after year. So I'm looking forward to the update and stuff that's going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool, man. Speaking of updates and things that are going on, Epic Universe is opening next year. They are building it. Construction is going fantastically.
Mhm.
So Epic Universe was announced back in August of 2019. Since that time, we have been through
Wow.
a freaking pandemic that has
Mhm.
slowed some things down, but not slowed it all the way down because they are getting very much done there. I'm good at talking, but they're getting a lot. It is scheduled summer 2025, and it's located about 15 minutes down the road from the Universal parks that we know, Orlando and Islands of Adventure, or
Mhm.
studios, whatever you want to call it, in Islands of Adventure. So you'll have to take like a bus or whatever to get down there. There are three hotels that'll be there. Two of them are currently in the almost done process. You can go ahead and make reservations for the two on-site hotels called Stella Nova Resorts and Stella Nova, and come on, you can do it. Terra Luna Resort. You can get
Oh,
reservations for
okay.
them already, so they're taking reservations for that. The third one that is in the actual park, there's still a little longer phase going on there, so reservations not at the moment, but eventually it's going to happen. We would expect tickets to start going on sale at some point as well for it, because again,
Mhm.
we're about a year away from this. Now,
Cool.
do you remember the store in City Walk, the Universal Legacy store?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. That is being refurbished or redone, retaken down. The plan is, or the thought is, that it's being turned into a media center or a showcase center or whatever, what have you. Like Disney does with some of their stuff. I'm not getting the word right, but people are thinking it's going to be when they put the model of Epic Universe in there, and people can go in there, walk in there,
Oh, okay.
check it out, see stuff like that. That's what people are thinking that's going to be. We'll see what happens
Mhm.
there. Maybe sometime around summer. I would say around the time they make an announcement for Epic Universe, because it's been since 2019 since we've gotten any information when they dropped that they were making this land, and they gave us this photo.
Wow.
Lovely
Yeah.
concept art right here. So
Nah.
since 2019, we have gotten nothing but construction photo updates on this beautiful, beautiful land here. So
So that giant white thing at the back, is that the on-site hotel, on-park
yes,
hotel? Okay.
yep, that thing right there.
Does
That is the on-site hotel.
is it near any specific land to where it might be themed to that land, or will it be its own thing? Do you
It's
think?
its own thing.
Okay.
It's its own thing, man. So they got that. They've also apparently trademarked "You Gotta See This"
Wow.
as the trademark for there. So I guess when we start getting more information, you got to see what's happening in this epic land, I guess is what they're going for. My thought process here, August 2019 is when they announced something. I would say summer this year is when we get our new announcements, our actual announcements of the lands and all that stuff, because none of them have been confirmed. The only one that's really been confirmed is Super Nintendo Land. They announced that a while ago. Uh, Other than that, nothing has been confirmed about these other lands. We're just putting two and two together from what we've seen from construction.
Mhm. Yeah.
So information, is slight at the moment. We don't have much.
Yeah.
So we're going with that. But we, like I said, there is construction. So let's go ahead and show this thing right here. That is the beacon for the Wizarding World in Epic Universe. As you can see, it is a hand holding the Elder Wand. A lot of people are just saying it's holding a wand. That is the Elder Wand. If you're a Harry Potter nerd like myself, you understand what that is. The beacons are basically what you're going to walk through. They all have these little tunnel entrances to all their lands. So you've probably seen videos of Super Nintendo World where you're walking through the green pipe and then boom, bang, you're in Super Nintendo World.
Yeah.
They're doing that with all of the themed lands in Epic Universe. So it's all like this thing. You're going to have your centerpiece, your Celestial Park is what they're calling it. From there, you can have 4 different areas that you're going to bridge off to. You're going to walk through the hole. You're going to be engulfed in that land like Diagon Alley is in Studios. Make sense?
Question. Yeah, question. Um, so I'm not as well versed in one theme park rumor mill,
Yeah.
two Harry Potter stuff. Okay. Is the Elder Wand,
Mm-hmm.
is it only Harry Potter or is it Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts?
Good question. Fantastic. It might have been around in Fantastic Beasts. I'm not as versed in those movies. I haven't watched them enough. It is the one that Dumbledore has, and then Snape had, and then
Okay.
Voldemort had, and then
I don't,
So it's
I only
Dumbledore's.
asked that. I only asked that because we don't know if it's going to be a Harry Potter land or a Fantastic Beast land. That's all I was like, maybe is that a hint that it's going to be one or the other? But if it's in both
Yeah,
series, then I guess we're still on the fence.
they're just calling it the Wizarding World at this point. Again, we don't have an official announcement. It is heavily themed to be. It's heavily rumored to be themed after Fantastic Beast for the
Okay.
Paris. I think that was part 2, Fantastic Beast, the Paris one. Some people say it's going to be the Ministry of Magic. We will have to wait and see. But from there, who knows? um, uh, Other things we know about is this thing right here. That is the beacon for the Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Which every time I hear Dark Universe, I just think of the Mummy and what that could have been movie wise. But nonetheless, so that's again, there's your little tunnel thing. They're still in the construction site, as you see. They're still working on all this stuff. But you're gonna walk through that big hole right there, and then you're gonna be engulfed in that land. The beacon is from Frankenstein. It's from the Frankenstein movie. I'm
Oh,
trying to
sweet.
remember what that is. Electrical tower. It's an electrical tower from the Frankenstein movie. So
Oh,
you
is that
see,
what that is?
yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if I can zoom in on that bad boy. Is that working? No, I'm just zooming in
No.
on the screen. Okay. Anyways, so that's basically what they're doing there. That's that going on. Now, I think this is Dark Universe as well. Yes, here's the manor that they're building for the
Cool.
one of the Dark Universe rides. There's going to be 2 there. This is a large Gothic manor. Will serve as the entrance to Monsters Unchained. The Frankenstein experiment is what is being rumored. Massive indoor ride featuring all of the Universal monsters. So you can
That
see,
land,
yeah.
that land is going to be, to me, it's going to be the most popular. It's the most interesting. It's the one that's craved. I feel like that one is going to be packed all the time.
Yeah, it probably will. And I wouldn't blame them for it being packed just because a lot of people have been hoping for something like this with the Universal monsters,
Oh
and
yeah.
seeing them
Oh
coming
yeah.
back into the fold and back into pop culture and all that. They've been at HHN for the last couple of years. They
Mhm.
probably will be continuing at HHN, but it's cool to have a full on land. The other ride, is this the right photo? Yes, the other ride, as you can see, is going to be a roller coaster, heavily rumored to be themed after the werewolf movie, The Wolfman. It's
Mhm.
believed to be called The Curse of the Werewolf.
Awesome.
So you get a roller coaster, and you're gonna have a big indoor ride. It looks like each area is gonna have multiple rides. The Harry Potter one, they didn't really give me much information on the ride from the site I was looking at, but I'm assuming it's just like Diagon Alley's ride. It'll be hidden in one of the buildings there. And then let's see, did I show everything? Here we go. Big roller coaster. There is
Wow.
going to be a big roller coaster on this bad boy as well.
That's giving Dueling Dragons vibes.
Yeah, it's giving Dueling Dragons vibes. This is going to be like a regular roller coaster. This isn't attached to How to Train Your
Oh,
Dragon or anything like that. So those are
okay.
the lands. I couldn't get any photos. I did have a photo, but it didn't save for some reason of How to Train Your Dragon. But obviously, all these lands are going to be built out for certain people, and we can all have fun in each land. But obviously, How to Train Your Dragon is going to be a little more kid themed. Um,
Mhm.
Harry Potter, that's for us Wizarding World nerds. Dark Universe, that's for us dark horror nerds. And then Super Nintendo World, which looks like the other ones for the most part. They've got the Yoshi ride testing over there. Just it looks like a kiddie kind of people moverish kind of ride deal, if I had to guess.
Okay.
You've got the Donkey Kong ride. You've got, is it Donkey Kong? No, it's not Donkey Kong. It's the villain, not Bowser, the other one. Maybe I don't
Wario.
know. No, I don't know. I can't remember, but it looks cool. It looks like it's gonna be fun. Like all the lands are cool. I'm glad they're doing this. It's gonna give us something new to do. It's gonna add there. I'm gonna be on the lookout for those tickets because I'm gonna have to update my annual pass to 3 parks with Epic Universe. But I'm excited, man. It's all exciting. And like I said, we're what? It's almost February now, so I would expect. You gotta look at the timelines here. So if they announced it back in August 2019, you think they'd want to keep it somewhere around there. The problem with that is Halloween Horror Nights will be making announcements
Yeah. That's
in
what I was
August.
thinking.
So I would think after Mardi Gras ends, we would get our announcement because obviously you want your focus to be on Mardi Gras for the time being. HHN will throw a house announcement in out of nowhere, sometimes around February or so, and then be quiet for quite some time. And then once we get close to the event, they'll drop all their information. So we're gonna have to wait a bit, but like I said, they're doing that project center and all that stuff. So when they announce that being done for Universal Legacy Store turning into that and everything, I think that's when we'll get all of our announcements of what is happening, when it's actually opening and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you go to it opening day or no? Did Avatar opening day sway you away from it?
The fact that it's a whole park makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. The one area of Pandora being open on opening day was kind of a cluster.
Okay.
So the fact that it's a whole park, maybe it won't be as bad, but definitely in a hurry to get there. So if it is
Yeah.
first day, that would be ideal.
Okay. I'm going to throw this concept art real again. Can you see my mouse?
No.
No? Okay. I was going to try to point out each land, but you can kind of tell that
Oh, okay.
purplish land back there is the Dark Universe. Yeah, never mind. We can't do that. Anyways, that is Epic Universe. It is going to be.
I got another question.
Okay.
I don't know if this has been seen or if there's been any comparisons made, but looking at this thing by the concept art, it looks massive. Has it been compared to any other park? Is it going to be Islands of Adventure size? Is it going to be Magic Kingdom size? Has that been brought up any? As
That
far
has
as maybe if you can go by acreage that they plotted for this, maybe we can look that up and see what it is comparable to.
great question because I did actually see that earlier and I don't remember what side I saw it on. So give me a second to pull that up. Talk amongst yourselves. How big is
Yeah,
Epic?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm really interested in this standalone roller coaster. Like, why did they have a standalone roller coaster that's not themed to any of the lands that's there? That seems kind of weird, but that's interesting. It kind of is kind of like Rip Ride Rocket. That's kind of like a standalone ride in the middle of a park. So it kind of reminds me of that. It just seems random. Seems kind of random.
Yeah, that is the vibe for sure. All right, so um, no, this thing says Epic Park. I don't know why it says Epic Park, but oh yeah, it says New Universal Park. Okay, so it's 750 acres. So to put that in perspective, that is almost twice the size of Epcot and 7 times the size of Magic Kingdom.
Wow.
Let's see, as compared to the other Universal parks, I want to say it's bigger than the Universal Studio parks as well. Yeah, so the
Well, I
plot of
mean, if
land
it's bigger
measures
than
750. The current Universal Orlando property takes up 725 acres, so it's about 25 more acres than the current park.
okay, okay, cool.
So
Wow.
it's going to be huge, and especially with all that
Hey,
stuff going on.
while you're doing that, while you're
Mhm.
doodling on the Google machine, can you just see how many, just for the sake of knowing how many Magic Kingdom is?
Okay, how many acres is
Because Magic Kingdom is a massive park.
Magic Kingdom? Acres 107.
Golly, and this new thing is going to be 700.
That's what it says.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, if you want to trust the internet.
I got you.
Yeah, 750 acres. Universal Epic Universe, 750 acres.
Wow, that thing's going to be massive.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. Like I said, it's
So,
bigger than
and
both of the Universal parks put together. So,
you said it's a 15-minute drive between that one and the other parks.
yeah.
So if you wanted to do like a park to park kind of day, you could probably hop on a bus and get over there.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
That would be the plan. Can't take a boat to that one. But yeah, it's 7 times the size of Magic Kingdom. There we go. So I just want to do some more research, and yeah, it's 7 times
Wow.
the size of Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom is ginormous, man.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom. Big.
All
Wow.
right. Speaking of epicness and magicness and all that, you had a fun little game to play.
Yeah. It's kind of like a fun kind of judge of comparison as far as what kind of stuff. Like if you were in charge of building an all-star theme park, I think that's what it seemed. That's what the idea is you take something from each park and make an all-star park. Kind of like it's Pro Bowl season for the NFL. You take the best players from each team, you put them together, you make one amazing team, right?
Right.
So the idea was put out there. Skipper Bob, second week in a row he's been mentioned on the show. Um,
Cool.
the headline title on it is "Pick one ride from each major Orlando theme park to create an all-star park." And my first problem with that was, why has it got to be a ride? Why can't it be attraction? If it was attraction, I could theme this bad boy up and it would make sense, and
Hmm.
I would pull something related from each park. But since it's ride,
Okay.
we'll play the game that way at first, and then we'll play around with if it was attractions. If you want to do that
Okay.
too, sir.
Sure.
But since I brought up Skipper Bob, I want to give his answers.
Please.
For Universal, he has Men in Black. For Islands of Adventure, he has Hagrid's. For Magic Kingdom, he has the People Mover. For Animal Kingdom, he has the Safari. Epcot, he went with Living with the Land. Hollywood Studios, he put in Rise of the Resistance. And then for SeaWorld, he put in Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. I was like, oh,
Ooh. Okay.
those are some pretty awesome picks by him, man.
Yes,
Um,
those are some good picks.
I like his list. I like his list. And I was like, you know what? I want to play this game. So that's why I brought it to the table to be on the show for this week.
Time to play the game. All
Bow,
right.
bow,
All
bow.
right. So are we going back and forth? You just going all the way through yours? Or...
um, let's go back and forth, just in case there is any copycatters. Do you want to
Okay.
do that way, or do you want to do one at a time? Because if you need time to
Let's
think
go back
about it,
and
we
forth.
can.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
go back and forth. Let's try to do a Disnoids special, right? So if you pick one that I would have had, then I need to flop it and flip
I
the
got you. Kind of
rest of
like
us.
kind of like we're drafting. Kind of like we're drafting.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll go in Skipper Bob's order. Okay. So first one off is going to be Universal Studios Orlando.
Okay. All right. So we're doing rides, not attractions.
Rides just for this specific one. We can do attractions after if you like. Or I'll just spin my idea to for attractions.
Okay. For doing rides in Universal, there's only one ride for me, and that is Revenge of the Mummy.
Cool.
Fantastic dark ride, awesome story, great
Mhm.
queue, fun experience, terrifying experience. Like it is a theme park Hall of Famer as far as I'm concerned.
Cool, man. I like that. I like that. So that was on my original list, and since you took
Okay.
it, I'm gonna go a different route. And I think since we're gonna pick the best of each park, a best of both worlds, if you want to say that, and have every experience necessary, I'll go back to the beginning of the show, and I will pick Transformers. So Transformers is gonna be my pick for Universal Studios.
Okay. Fair enough.
You're getting a screen-based 3D ride, all immersive, great queue, great theming. That's what I'm going to kick the list off with.
Okay. I like it. Hopefully for IOA you don't pick Spider-Man, but we'll see what happens.
That
Um,
was the idea.
okay. IOA, Islands of Adventure. For me, I don't care how much people have dogged this ride. It
Uh-huh.
is the ride for me. Every year it is a must ride for me. It needs tender love and care for sure, but it is Jurassic Park River Adventure.
Cool, man.
I think that's a ride where when you've been walking around all day, you can sit in this water journey adventure and be like floating around, bobbing along. Hey, there's a dino. Hey, there's another dino. And then things, of course, ramp up when you get to the
Yeah.
end, literally, because you go up a
Mhm.
ramp and then down a ramp. Um, it is a relaxing but terrifying journey, and I love that ride to death. So I would pick
Cool.
River Adventure. I know Velocicoaster's there,
Yeah.
and I know Hagrid's is there,
Mhm.
but I have a roller coaster already, so I'll go Jurassic Park River Adventure. That gives you an 80-foot drop. So
Yes. Okay, I'm glad you didn't steal mine this time because mine is the my favorite ride at Islands of Adventure. It is going to be my thrill ride for the list, and it's going to be Hagrid's.
Sweet.
I feel like I can't get enough of that ride, from the theming to the ride itself, the backward stuff, the drop stuff, the all kinds of things happening. I feel like it's the perfect roller coaster. So that's my pick for Islands of Adventure, I think.
All right. And I feel like we would have the same attraction for Universal in general, and that would be horror makeup show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty good Universal 3 right there.
hmm
We're good. All right. So what? We're going Disney now, or
Yeah. Kicking off with Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom? This is easy for me.
Mhm.
This is obviously the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
That is a ride that stands the test of time. I don't care. I know when it was made, and it'll never go away. Like that ride. Speaking of Hall of Fame rides, that's a ride that you should never have to worry about being taken away. That's history.
Mhm.
There's nothing controversial about that ride. It's just a fun, dark comedy ghost story. I
Mhm.
mean, what can you go wrong? Again, and you're in Orlando, that sweltering heat and all that. It'd be nice to get in this, stinky manor and see all
Yeah.
these ghosts flying around and dancing and all that stuff. And then you'll get stuck. The ride tends to stop every now and then, so you'll get stuck in there and watch the ghosts a little bit, relax some more. So double wins, man.
Cool, man. Good pick. Good pick, sir. I think for this one, I'm going to go with Thunder Mountain Railroad. And my idea behind that is I already have a thrill ride, so I'm not going to go Space Mountain.
Mm,
But I do want to go something that's both fun for families, kids can enjoy it, adults can enjoy it, because I feel like it's one of those roller coasters that you can enjoy it at any age. And it does feel like one that no matter how many times you ride it, it seems different. It just seems like a different kind of ride. It's old school. It's awesome, man. So I'm gonna go Thunder Mountain Railroad for Magic Kingdom.
Big Thunder. All right.
I almost, I almost wanted to pick the actual railroad, like the one that spans the whole park. I
Ah,
almost wanted to go that, but I might need something like that for the next go round.
that's fun. I would consider that more of, I guess it's a ride, but I consider that more of an attraction. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we can
yeah,
pick that.
yeah.
Because yeah, that's fun. I like that ride. That's a good one.
Mhm.
All right, where are we park hop into now?
We're headed to Disney's Animal Kingdom next.
Ooh, Animal Kingdom.
Mhm.
I pick all the thrill rides, but oh man, Safari's calling to me. But I'm gonna go Everest, obviously.
Okay. Good call.
Yeah. Heck of a roller coaster. Um, Great theming. Disco Yeti. Like I mean, you can't go wrong with Everest. So yeah, I'll go Everest on this.
100%. And
Obviously not picking that freaking 4-hour boat ride I waited for.
what are you talking about, man? It
Whatever.
wasn't worth
I think it's got that
it.
awesome Navi animatronic in it though.
I I still haven't done that one. But anyways, I'm glad you didn't steal it because I am going to take the safari, and that's why I didn't take the railroad because I wanted something cool, laid back, slow ride with great scenery. Um, and I feel like that's the first one. Like whenever you get to the park, that's the first thing you got to do, in my opinion, is you get the safari over with. The first thing in the morning, all the animals are awake. It's a good ride. It's not too hot out there, and that ride really depends on who your skipper is because you have to have a good bus driver
Yeah.
that's telling the story. That's kind of in the act. You get a boring driver, the ride kind of stinks. Or if you got some animals that aren't hanging out, it kind of stinks. But I think if you hit it at the right time with the right person,
Yeah.
it's a top tier ride.
Speaking of animals hanging out, I don't know if you saw this post, but apparently a giraffe held up the safari for a good 30 minutes the other day. And I was just thinking about how much I would be in heaven if that happened
Yeah.
because I love giraffes. Like
I remember
apparently,
that. I remember the first time riding that with you. How surprised you were how close they were
yeah,
to the bus.
yeah.
That was cool, man.
That was the day I learned my spirit animal is a giraffe. So yeah, I would have loved that for sure. Okay,
Cool.
where are we? Anything else on animal?
Next, we're cruising. I'll go first this time because we're cruising to a little place called Epcot. I know you're not familiar with,
Okay.
so I will go first on this one. So the special thing about Epcot is the World Showcase. So I feel like if you're going to pick something at Epcot, in my opinion, it should be from the World Showcase. So this is going to be kind of like a twofer for me. You're going to get a fun ride, but you're also going to get a great land with some food. And I'm going to go with Ratatouille
Ooh,
in the France Pavilion. So I'm going to go with that ride. Another family-friendly thing. France is also going to have some phenomenal food, and you're getting the Epcot experience with a land. a country represented. So that would be my pick.
Okay, I like it. I dig it. I'm glad you went that route. Like you mentioned, I am not adverse in the Epcot knowledge. Um, so the ride pick for me would be the only ride I really find interesting there, and that is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I can't remember the name of it. Is it Mission Breakout or is that the one in Hollywood?
I think Mission Breakout's the one in Hollywood. Oh gosh, I'm gonna blank on the name for the Guardians ride too. Isn't it remix? I feel like it has something to do with remix.
It probably does. It probably does. Guardians Ride, Epcot. You are called Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
There it is.
Yeah, I
There
mean
it is.
that's right in my wheelhouse, man. I love the
Yeah.
Guardians as a non-Marvel person. I do love them Guardians, and that ride does. I haven't watched much of the ride, to be honest with you. I still haven't watched Hagrid. I haven't watched Velocicoaster on rides or anything like that. I'm not gonna do that. Like I want to experience the ride full blown for the first time. So
Yeah.
it would be tons of fun, and I just hear a lot of people enjoying it and getting excited about the songs they pick, kind of like Aerosmith, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Fun times over there. So yeah, I would pick the Guardians of the Galaxy. As
Cool,
far
man.
as lands, I would probably go Mexico.
Ah, good choice. Tacos, man. Never go wrong with that.
Do they have a Coco ride yet? Because if not, what are we waiting on?
I feel like it was rumored a long time ago that the Donald Duck ride inside Mexico was it the Three
The Three
Calabrios or
Amigos?
something like that.
Oh yeah, the
No,
three cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like that was rumored at one time as being changed to something Coco themed, but
Okay.
yet to be done.
All right, and that leaves us with what? Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios and then SeaWorld.
Okay, Hollywood Studios. I haven't done it yet, but Rise of the Resistance just seems like I would love that to death. So yeah, the heart is telling me Aerosmith just because that is the ride I've done at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
But I Star Wars fan is like, you got to pick the Star Wars thing, man. I'm not picking that. What is the other one? The one with the AT-AT up front, Star Tours. I'm not picking that one.
Yeah, Star Tours, and then you have the what's the thing called?
Millennium Falcon.
There it is. Yeah.
Falcon. So yeah, you got that. You got Rise of Resistance, then you got the other ride in that land, Galaxy's Edge. Oh, Toy Story too. Son of a bee.
Yeah.
Wow, Hollywood Studios kind of come up, didn't
Yep.
they? Slinky's a fun coaster. You know, screw it. I'm going Slinky. I'm going to Slinky Dog's coaster. I had a lot of fun
Cool.
riding that the one time I did.
That is a cool ride.
It's fun. It's nostalgia. It's cool to feel like a toy in that land because everything's big and you're small. So yeah, I like what they did with that land, and I like what they did with that ride, especially.
Cool.
So
Great choice, man.
Dog Dash.
Great choice. I think I'm going to stick with my family-friendly park that I have going on here. And since I know my SeaWorld ride is going to be a thrill ride, I'm not going to use the thrill ride from Hollywood Studios. And if I get the aesthetic, if I get the whole building, then I want Mickey's Runaway Railway. I want that ride. Super high tech, super fun. Like I said, family friendly. And if you get to building the old Chinese theater building, I feel like that aesthetic added to the park would just be top notch. So I think that's gonna be my pick, man.
There you go. I like that. That's a good solid pick. That's a ride I've seen and really would enjoy for sure. Like that one looks like a lot of fun. All right, and that leaves us with SeaWorld.
SeaWorld, yes, sir.
Okay. A disclaimer. Hey, I haven't been to SeaWorld more than once.
The last time you were there was the last time I was there. So it's been a really long time for both of us. So we might have had to look at what they have now to pick from. But I did notice one is still there. That was your first roller coaster ever in your life. So that's the one you're going to pick.
That would be my pick. Yeah. Kraken. The Kraken.
Nice.
That was a first time roller coaster experience for me. I remember blasting through the line with your lovely wife, and we got up there. We rode that freaking ride. I was terrified at first, but got through it, and I've been in love with roller coasters ever since then.
Yeah, man.
Going to Carowinds. Maybe we'll throw Carowinds in here at the end. I know these are freaking Orlando area, but well, we'll do something with Carowinds at some point. But yeah, Kraken was awesome. It was a great experience. It helped get me ready for roller coasters to where I can now enjoy all of them. Not can't now. I gotta lose weight, but I will enjoy them at some point in time again. And yeah, that was the start of the journey with the roller coasters for me. So yeah, Kraken
And
Kraken's the heart pick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and if I remember correctly, at the time that we went, Kraken was billed as the biggest, fastest roller coaster in Orlando.
Yes.
And I think, if I remember correctly as well, because it's been a while, I believe you said after that, well, if I could do the biggest and the fastest, then what the heck am I waiting on for all these other ones? And then I think that's what's kind of taking you off on your trail of doing all of the roller coasters. So yeah, that's a good nostalgia one for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So doing that got me to do Intimidator, which was intimidating, of course, which led to Fury. I still love Intimidator more than Fury, but Fury, and then of course the things at Universal that I've been able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Everest
Cool,
at
man.
Disney, and they don't have many roller coasters at Disney, but
They got a few, man. They got a
I got a
few.
few. They're like
Um,
insane.
yeah. I think my pick for SeaWorld when I was going through looking at the attractions, I think it's gonna have to be Manta.
Okay.
That just looks like a really cool. It looks like a really cool ride. It kind of reminds me of Afterburn a little bit at Carowinds or Top Gun or
Top Gun,
whatever
yeah.
it used to be. Whichever one makes you feel like you're, zipping through the sea like a stingray. That one just looks awesome to me. So
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be my pick. And without knowing too much about it, other than the way it looks, I feel like you go zipping by the water too. It just seems
Yeah.
like
Yeah, like the fin goes through the water or whatever.
yeah. That just seems like a really fun, cool thrill ride that we need to have. So yeah, that is our all-star parks, man. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
What are you charging
I,
per day to get in the park?
I like Skipper Bob's pick of the penguin thing. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if we're going to SeaWorld, you gotta see some animals. But what am I charging? um, $80.
Really? Nice, man. You're a good guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I automatically thought 120.
yeah, it seems about right. Yeah. I don't know why I picked 80. I feel like Carowinds is about that price, but
Something like that, yeah.
if we're
I
just yeah,
a friend of mine, who she's been on the Metal Group podcast. She came on the show to talk Wayne's World 2 with me once upon a time.
look at that plug
Um,
for your podcast.
Yeah. So she's been doing this series lately on her TikTok comparing the prices of Universal versus Disney at different tiers. So you have like your expensive places, your mid-tier places, and then your affordable places. And Universal just keeps crushing it price-wise, which we
Right.
know Disney is expensive. And I just kind of went off on this randomly. Sorry about that. But it kind of makes me think. I wonder if Universal is going to do a ticket up increase whenever Epic Universe happens, and what it's going to end up being. I'm interested to see that for sure.
It'll be interesting. I know my annual pass goes up every year.
Hmm.
So they definitely increase prices. The Halloween Horror Nights prices have gone up every year as well. So
Mhm.
they will increase prices more than likely, just like Netflix is going to start charging people more now that they have the WWE coming there in 2025. So it's all part of business, and trying to
Yeah.
you spend a lot of money to bring these events or these lands to life. You're going to have to make the money back.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's the give and take of the old business, if you will.
Yeah. Which no problem. It's cool, man. The more expensive things get, it seems like the better stuff we get. So it
Yeah.
goes with the territory, man. It goes with the territory. All right. Do you want to try this All Star Park with all attractions, not just rides, and try and theme it up? Because I had an idea. I might need your help finishing it, but I have an idea.
We can attempt it.
Okay. So if we're going attractions as a whole, like any attraction from any park, I felt like I knew the first 4 or 5 that I wanted immediately because they all went together perfectly. So
Okay.
you're gonna have Hollywood makeup, the horror makeup show. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Tower of Terror. You're gonna have Haunted Mansion. You're gonna have Jurassic Park River Adventure. All scary things so far. And then
Mm,
to tie it together with dinosaurs, we're going to go ahead and use the ride Dinosaur from Animal Kingdom. So we're staying in a theme, right? Going on, you know what I mean? We're staying in a whole theme, and that just kind of left me off with, man, what do they have that's creepy and kooky at Epcot and at Hollywood? I already have Hollywood Studios, but SeaWorld, and then we could leave SeaWorld. We could leave SeaWorld off of this one. So I was just struggling with Epcot for a spooky kind of thing.
God, I have to look up Epcot.
Yeah, but I was just that was just my way of trying to think of how something from each part could fit together, and I was like, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Let's see. Epcot. Is it scary? Epcot rides. Blah, blah, blah,
Because they
blah.
used to have, oh, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name now, but they used to have a troll ride that was in the Norway country that was kind of spooky. That would have been nice to use. Damn, what the hell was that
Uh,
called?
Captain EO.
No, no. Fuck that
I'm
ride.
assuming the Seas with Nemo and Friends isn't scary. Living with the Land, I assume, isn't scary.
No.
Soaring around the
There's
world, that
something.
can be kind of scary.
There's a dinosaur thing going on with living in the land. Or was that Ellen's Universe Adventure? Man, it's been way too long since I've been to Epcot. I need to go back to Epcot.
Mission Space.
That's not
Journey into Imagination from Figment. Was Figment is a dragon? Dragons fit in with
with the
those.
dinosaurs.
Yeah. We go
Yeah,
there.
that's a
We can
tough
throw
one.
Figment in.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Figment. You need something to bring it back down, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that made
apparently
more sense to
dinosaurs
me.
not going to be
Figment.
around too much longer. You know, rumor has
And
it dinosaurs being taken away for old Indiana Jones. So,
yeah, I saw that.
we'll see how that
That's
goes.
that's my that's kind of my hang up with. Man, if we already have Indiana Jones in California, we will need it in Orlando too. I mean, if you want to retheme dinosaur to something, don't copycat something else. But not my decision to make.
I mean, that's fair. I say that, but like Jurassic World would be awesome to
Yeah.
experience. But I get it. Yeah, each park should have its own thing. Like the Mummy rides are different in each park with Universal. I think the Haunted Mansion is different in each park, right? I know
Yeah.
the mansion itself is different in each park. I don't know how different the rides are. And of course, they have the Nightmare Before Christmas. But yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing.
Yeah. Oh well, this was a fun episode, man. Let's plug all the stuffs before we get out of here.
Yeah, man. Busy week for me this week. I have the new episode of the Review It Rob show out, talking the ISS movie, International Space Station.
Why did I not know this movie was a thing? I need to watch this immediately. Like
It
I
kind of
already was on board once I seen your poster for it, and then I listened to your episode, and I was like, oh, this is right up my alley, man.
yeah, it kind of flew under the radar, but it's a solid choice. And then I did a trailer reaction for the WWE 2K game. You can check that out. We have a new core memory unlocked out. And what you got going on?
I'm gearing up for an idea for my show. My show's on bi-weekly right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that means this week coming up is going to be a brand new episode, and I have some ideas.
Yep. We have a fun Friday coming up this week, so be prepared for that. We may be talking Oscars and a certain doll being besmirched at the Oscars. We'll see what happens
Ah,
there.
Megan
And
wasn't nominated for anything.
I guess. And then always Throw Me Weekly. Fun stuff always going on here with the Throw Me Podcast Network. We appreciate you joining in and having fun. Hopefully, watch all that stuff. Watch my show, okay? Like, come on. What are we doing? Especially my trailer reactions. I
Fire,
put a lot of work into those
fire
things.
shirt. Yeah, that was a great one you did this week.
Thank you. Yes, buy a shirt, man. Be a friend, tell a friend, buy a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're awesome. They got great designs on them. They're cool.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it. You know, you need a shirt to sleep in. Sleep with a Review It Rob. You know what I'm saying? But
There you go.
that'll be it for this show. Appreciate you joining in. You got anything else you need to
Nope,
go
I'm
on?
done, man. I'm good. See you
All right.
guys next week, man. Disnoids out.
Disnoids, we are on a roll. We are out of here. Thank you for joining in. And like the Tombstone man mentioned, we are out. Goodbye.